just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. On the visitor sideline, the Bills head coach Sean McDermott. This guy's got the season started on the right foot. A home victory in the season opener. On the other side is counterpart, the Jets head coach. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Jets. Their ever-changing quarterback carousel stops on Justin Fields, the 26-year-old. Remember, the Bears' first-round pick back in 2021 out of Ohio State.
You know, it's funny, some games you can look at the box score and you have a pretty good feeling who won. And last week, not one of them. I mean, to throw for 3 touchdowns, no picks, you'd expect that team to win, but they just didn't get the performances and the production from those around him. So he needs to continue to play at that level, continue to bring along the rest of his teammates. If they can get a more collective performance similar to his, now I think they've got a real shot to have success.
After a gain of 5 on first down, it is 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is Joey Bosa. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. 2nd down at the Jets' 43-yard line. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 9. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 10. On the ground, this is James Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Allen. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Former 3rd overall pick steps in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Allen to throw on 3rd and long. He connects with Palmer on that one. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Buffalo.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On 4th down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And oh, how about this early on? They blocked the kick. Past the 40. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Jets. Right, those are the momentum swings that get you. One team is looking to add 3. Instead, the other team adds 6, thanks to the ability to block the kick.
Yeah, and in this case, like the players are constantly reminded by the coaches, you never know. Just keep rushing, keep rushing. You can rush 100 times, but if you do it full speed, the 101st, you stick your hand up. That's the one where it connects with the ball. In this case, that's exactly what happens. Scoop, score, change the game.
That's the score, Jets 7, Bills nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready now for their second drive. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has the ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
Complete to Josh Palmer. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Bills.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll run the draw, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Like so often we see when a draw play is called, so much of the success depends upon what look do you get from the defense. In this case, they dial up a blitz. It could be feast or famine. In this case, it's famine. The blitz runs right into the draw. They get stopped. No gain.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To the air once more. It's Allen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throw once more. Here's Allen. One incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bills are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. You play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league have an uncanny ability that regards good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
They're going to work this down inside the 45. We are through 1. 7-3 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. It's 1st down, and it's Paul. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Fields to keep it himself. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Now Fields. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Fields going to hang on to this one. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. But the fullback trying to power it home. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Hall will take this one in. Touchdown Jets. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Nevis, good on the extra point. And the Jets extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is strong. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills, that 5 straight divisional titles, it's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. You know, quarterbacks, coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who played, in trouble, and down he goes. Jermaine Johnson, the former first-round pick, in there to bring him down.
What a first half of this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jets' 28-yard line.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen, going to give it to Cook. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Allen now on 2nd down. He'll step up and run this. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. A carry for Cook. Hey, that's about as exciting a 1-yard run as you're going to see all game. Found a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but not much after that. So now they'll throw it with Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
James Cook. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here is Allen. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he's going to be marked short of that first down. How do you want to play it? They need almost 2 full yards. Decision time, 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be first and goal. Davis is in. Touchdown, Bill.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills are back within 4. It is 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. T.J. Sanders working his way in to record the very first sack of his NFL career.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield, but this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Offense.
Fields now on second down. That's to the running back, Brees Hall. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you can see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's Austin McNamara now, as he's on to punt for the second time. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Back into the hands of Shakir.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
That one into the hands of Moore downfield. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
Second and 2. At the 28-yard line.
Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. Spotted at the 35. This a 45-yard attempt. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
A first down throw for Fields. That's caught. It's the tight end, Mason Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. It's our second week in studio, second week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And this is Christian Watson. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Packers even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Aaron Rodgers. He's going to look deep and find his receiver. 30-yard touchdown. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Steelers looking for a 2-0 start. They lead at the half. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. It's the man who had over 1,900 yards last season, Derrick Henry. He gets the ball, and we have liftoff. He has cleared the tower, and he's gone. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season.
Scott, thank you. Both teams. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. She'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags will also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience.
Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Michael Carter. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
On the give, it's Hall. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Daquan Jones getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. On comes the punt team now for the Jets. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
To the air on second down. Here's Allen. And they will finally run him down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
A gain of 36 yards.
A run up the middle with Cook. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
Second and 10.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion. Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that fourth down stop.
The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball for 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball for 35? Or even if I bail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. And he will get into the the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quinnen Williams. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. There you see Jets head coach Aaron Glenn, his guys set for their next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's home. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Pushed out to his left, taking off. And Fields is tough to bring down the open field. Gives the D a break as he slides down, but he got the 1st down.
That's good for the Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here.
This time the rush gets home, and down he goes. Greg Russo having a lot of success here early in the season. 2 sacks in the opener, and he's got another one here. Second down, it's Fields. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
6 yards. That's good.
Give up the middle with Hall. And a good run there. Get him 5 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Taken down.
3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down. He'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run it with Hall. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. It's going to be third. They need one. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg. After losing week 1, to continue to add to the lead here in the 4th quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their week 1 performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in week 2, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is strong. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 1st and 10. Allen going to give this to Davis. And he'll be forced out of bounds. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll go again with Davis. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
Now return, coming from the 7. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
on the handoff. This is Cook.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. So now it's Tyler Bass on in a big spot. This can get the deficit down inside of a touchdown.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Play action now for Fields. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now, Fields. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Joey Bosa. He had 2 sacks in the opener and give him 1 more here in week 2.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and a give to Hall. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now comes the punt team for the Jets as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th-quarter lead. That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Bills' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Open man is Shakir, and that's complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Play action. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Jets are right back in this one.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Jets offense ready to see what they can do. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Oh, yeah, right into the hands of his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now a timeout, Buffalo. Their second, as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. So this one in the win column for the Jets. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.